This conference will now be recorded.
Okay. Yeah, Road America is a 4.1 mile road course. It would get busy.
All left.
It's not all left, turn, left turn.
You didn't announce that it's recording. It's red.
Yeah, you're good.
Assuming we're good at 6:30. Third District Committee meeting. I'll call the meeting to order. We have a quorum present. Meeting was posted in town and in the village. We have the minutes of February 28th.
I'll move approval as presented.
Motion and a second to approve the minutes as presented. Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Abstentions? Motion carried. Public appearances, public's opportunity to speak about any subject that's not a specific agenda item. Okay, chief's report.
All right, we're sitting at 52 calls for the year so far. The breakdown on that is 5 for the town of Pleasant Springs, 15 for the town of Cottage Grove, 21 for the village of Cottage Grove, and 11 for mutual aid. Currently sitting at 35 members. That consists of 1 driver operator, 8 officers, 22 full-fledged firefighters, and 4 probationary members. We did just interview 2 new members. They'll be up for a vote the first Tuesday of April. Not next Tuesday, but a week from Tuesday, whatever date that is. Update on some of the trucks. Tender 2 and engine 4 both got their new tires that was budgeted for the year. It was done by Pumps. They're gonna review the old tires and they're probably gonna give us some kind of credit for them because they can be resold. We can't use them because they're older than 7 years, but
Some trucking
emergency
company.
services people like to buy them because they're in really good shape. So
Yeah.
I think that's all I have for the chief's report right now.
Okay. Discuss and consider revisions to the consolidated fire agreement.
Yep, just a continuation of last month's conversation was around, wanted to talk about the mission statement, org values, and vision statement based on PAA's recommendations.
So we'll all work that in. And has your attorney looked at that? He was drafting it. All his changes, wasn't he?
His recommendation was to follow PAA's recommendations and to follow looking it up here, the follow-up report that they sent out as of February 17th.
Yeah, I think we as a group and including the fire department need to come up with the mission, vision, and values. I don't think we want our lawyer to do that.
You were saying, I didn't know if I heard you. You were saying that you wanted the fire department to come up with.
Well, we're together come to,
Collectively.
you know,
Oh, okay.
determine, we already have one? Do we already have one? Is that what you said?
The fire department does, but I mean, if
That'd be
you're
great.
looking at doing one for the entire district, I guess, I don't know if it would be the same.
Yeah.
You can certainly draw from potentially what you guys.
Mhm.
Is that on your website?
It is.
So our mission shall be accomplished through quality service delivery as follows. Is that on the front page?
No, that's more of kind of how we do business. There's another one in there too.
That's not actually on here though.
Just a mission.
In your annual report?
Should be in the annual report then, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, it says mission statement is, our mission shall be accomplished through quality service delivery as follows. Yeah, so that is your, at least in the, according to the annual report and the front page of the website. So mission shall be accomplished through quality service delivery as follows: safety for the community we protect and the personnel that protects it, education through programs for our residents and youth, responsiveness to the suggestions, influences, appeals, or efforts of others, vision from the past to the present and into the future, inspections, investigations, and pre-incident plans, commitment to our community, our families, ourselves, and each other, and empathy for all.
Yeah. So I mean, if you guys are looking for a mission, vision, and values for are you guys looking for one for the Joint Fire Committee or for, I guess I'm not sure what.
Yeah, I mean, we're just following the recommendations. So it says, Joint Fire Department Committee in coordination with the fire department needs to develop a strategic plan outlining the following mission, vision, and values.
So the mission statement, organizational values, and vision statement.
Do you have any of that already?
I mean, we just have our mission statement there. We haven't drafted anything because I guess I was under the impression that that's what we were going to do together, I guess,
Mhm.
rather than.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's-
totally.
Take what
Us
we.
too.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna dump it all on you guys by any
Sure.
stretch, but just if you had something to start with.
I mean, that looks like what we have right now. I think we kind of operate by a little bit of a different mission statement. We save a savable life.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, if you want to start with that one, or if you want to simplify it into something that's more meaningful to what you're looking for, we can certainly adjust it from there. So.
I mean, the goal is for all, we all have to agree on it, right? Like if we make this what we want it to be, right? Like it doesn't. But Chris, to your question, right? Like that was the recommendation from the attorneys, was to kind of step through the recommendations and start there and work through the steps outlined by PA.
Well, do we want to tackle those A, B, and C at the next meeting or what?
Which,
Working
um,
on them now,
Well-
or-
good. And people can kind of do their homework and do their soul searching. And I mean, it's, I did not come prepared,
Sure. No,
for do that tonight. Not to sound like a doof or anything, but I was just,
I think what the fire department has on their website it will be a good starting place and we can
yeah.
pull from there. And it sounds like you guys have an additional operational mission that you guys are following that we could incorporate.
I mean, it's, so I guess the other one that we normally go by is that we'll risk our lives to save a savable life. We'll risk our lives in a calculated manner to save property. And we'll risk nothing to save that's unsavable.
Can you say it? We will risk our lives to save a savable life?
Yep,
We will, I got lost.
risk our lives to save a savable life.
Uh-huh.
We will risk our lives in a calculated manner to save property. And we will risk nothing to save that's unsavable.
Paraphrased, of course, but
Yeah.
That's,
Can you elaborate on that?
it's pretty, actually did pretty good, I think, from memory.
yeah. Okay. So maybe at the next meeting, and if you guys, do you guys have a meeting come be in between?
Yeah, our business meeting is the first Tuesday of the month, so we can come up with a rough, something to start with.
Yeah, if you want to
A
brainstorm.
few things, and then,
Mhm.
if you guys want to come up with some ideas and we can maybe blend it all together.
Yeah.
Mhm.
April 5th is our next one.
Mhm.
So you already have a mission statement. We just need to tweak it.
Yeah, like if you guys got anything you want to add to it, or we could chop some of that down, or.
Sounds good. And then just looking ahead to the second recommendation of PAA. So mission statement, and then the next part was the strategic goals and measures, and I wonder if it would be good for you guys to look at what they had just put in some, I think, generic ones.
Yeah.
Maybe you would want to take a look and see if those are reasonable for
And I think,
this.
Where you fit in now to what they're recommending.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of them, you guys are already meeting or
Right.
exceeding. I think it's just,
Yep.
just so we level set, right? Like the goal was to start at the basics, right? Lay a foundation, philosophy, right? Then talk about strategic goals and measures, and then, you get deeper and deeper into this. Ultimately the goal is like, in order to make it collaborative, right, you gotta start at this philosophy type of thing, right? And
sure.
see if because if you can't agree on a philosophy, it's kind of hard to talk about some of the other stuff too, right? So that's the whole goal here.
So we'll review their strategic goals,
E through M.
see what we're meeting, see what we can do to meet the other ones.
Or see if they're not ones that even make sense for our district. I don't know if a 14-minute time, 80, like I don't know if, I think what they said is that these were just examples, not necessarily specific to
Sure.
what our district could
Yeah, we'll
accomplish.
review with the applicable codes and see which ones apply to us, and
Mhm,
which ones we can do and
mhm. Which ones you would
which
change.
ones we can't. Yeah.
Mhm.
Just out of curiosity, right? Like, so H, minimum 10 personnel on scene in 10 minutes time, 80% of the time in the village for structure fires.
We're already meeting that.
You're already meeting that, right? So check the box, move on to the next one,
Yep.
And then we can go back to the village too and see, like, is there any other measures or goals that I don't think there are, but we can at least go pull the board and ask, is there anything else that needs to be in here? But again, I don't think so, but could be wrong.
And then if you
Which is
can
basically
also,
going to be a formal validation of what the recommendations are, semi-formal, whatever.
Mhm. And I think an
The ones that
agreement.
they can't meet, we'll just get rid of, so nobody
Right.
knows they're there.
Exactly. So we'll just put in the ones that we think are applicable to us, that we want to make sure we're meeting. And so, right, it may not be all of them and it may be more. But I think that would be the second step. So maybe we can be
We can do
preparing.
both those at
Yeah.
the next meeting, is do 1 and 2 at the next meeting.
if you can also, like if it's for H as an example, then if you can let us know what you usually do, then like what the average is instead, so we are aware of what you're currently at. That would be great.
I think we should just be careful on, because sometimes we talk averages and then sometimes we're talking
They're using fractals on.
yeah,
some of them.
fractals. So I think we'll just we don't want to compare an average to a fractal number. So we'll just want to make sure we're,
So then what the standard is for FPPA, is that it?
FPA 1710 is the one for structure fires, which would be the village. 1720 would be the one applicable to the town. So we'll review both of them and make sure which standards we have to follow.
That'd be great.
Does that need a motion? Or? No,
I
okay.
don't think so. It's not.
Because we haven't
technically the
even done any
prior agreement.
revision.
Yeah, I was just because it was discuss and consider, that's what I was.
I'm sorry, I got a correction. 1720 for both because we're a volunteer department. 1710 is only for career departments. The Code person corrected me.
So April's on.
Yeah.
Thank you, April.
You're welcome.
All right. It's a good start.
So then at our next meeting, do we want to then work on the organizational values?
I think we should work on 1 and 2 from their recommendations. So the mission statement, org values, vision statement, and then take a look at this number 2, which is strategic goals and measures.
Okay. Mission statement and the goals.
Well, and
Yeah, 1,
The
A, B, and
values.
C, and then 2, A through M.
David, are you looking at their report or is it a?
This is something that came.
Yeah, it was a follow-up.
Got it,
It's,
okay.
Yeah.
I was like, did I
basically.
miss that?
No, thank you.
Going through their 50 pages here. Got it.
I bring my laptop everywhere, so I don't have to carry paper, so.
So we'll work on number 1, A, B, and C, and then all of number 2.
And just to be clear, from the follow-up report. 'Cause it doesn't
Right.
match their original report.
Yeah. I don't know if they had a date on
2,
that. or
A
not.
through M are just examples. Those aren't necessarily. So if there's other strategic goals and measures that you guys think should be in there, I'd like to hear that too.
They made sure to say as examples.
Anything else? We'll list those for the next meeting. Move on to finalizing approval of Squad 1 replacement.
So I'm trying to pull up the minutes here. So we did approve purchase of we did, I don't want to word this. We did recommend the fire department move ahead with ordering, but we did not feel that a prepayment was beneficial financially.
So 1 payment at time of delivery, right?
Correct.
And that's what the town,
That's what the town decided as well.
to do the same thing.
Just looking through the notes, yeah. Because we just looked at the cost savings and we just didn't think it was enough.
And we did the homework and
Yeah.
you know, especially as things that were going out 2 years. It's like it was paid off 19 months worth of interest, but not the last 3 months.
Yeah.
Or 4 months.
So I did reach out to them today to get a purchase agreement drafted that says that you guys are doing cash on delivery and with 2 spots to sign, so the village can be represented and the town will be represented on the contract.
Okay.
Unfortunately, he's on vacation till the 31st.
So do we still get the price though? The price isn't going up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I sent him right in the email that it's been approved. We just
Okay.
need the actual thing to sign it. So
I just had visions in my head of, oh, the price is now 20 grand more. Thanks for
No,
playing.
he's gonna take care of us.
Price has suddenly gone up.
Okay,
He did tell me in advance that he was gonna be on vacation, and if this happened, then when he gets back, he'll draft it up and he'll take care of us.
So we really don't have to take any action on that other than getting the paperwork from you and John and I signing it.
Yep.
Okay. Discuss and consider quotes to remove the east side island on the emergency service building parking lot. You saw what Houston's had, and then you had one from Snyder, right?
Yep.
So just to validate too, Nick, as far as the fire department, like, I think this is a really good idea. I just wanted to just double check with you guys. It's like, with the island removed, what would that improve? What would that help? Again, I can make the argument, but I just want to hear it from you guys, like what you think that would help.
So for those of you that don't know, the east side island is straight. You can see it behind the building right there where that tree comes out. Basically, with that island being there, it makes it so we can't really park one of the larger trucks facing out the rear door. Because trying to make that turn when you're leaving is you have to clear the island and then make a really sharp turn to come back around it. So what that does is it makes so all of our trucks face forward except for the brush truck, because that one's a pickup truck basically, and that is on the far door. But it makes it so if we have to take the squad to a call, we have to get in the engine that's in front of it and move the truck out of the way, and then get in the squad and take off by pulling through the station. So if that island wasn't there, we could rearrange, with the new trucks that are coming, we're looking at rearranging the way some of them are located, where they're actually located, maybe putting a tender there. We could go out that way. It would make it so we could actually
Utilize
That
both
will-
sets of doors and
Yeah. Yeah. It's just too sharp of a turn, especially with a commercial chassis. With a custom chassis, it probably still wouldn't be able to make that turn. So, but it definitely doesn't make it with the commercial ones. It's too sharp. So it just make it so we could put stuff wherever we wanted to, and that would utilize the best way for us to respond with the trucks.
Would it improve response times for certain types of gear?
For certain ones, yeah.
And again, I've made it pretty clear, I'm all in for this, right? But I just want to hear it for you guys, like this would, if I need to explain this to somebody, why are we spending this much money to remove some concrete?
Yep.
The argument is it improves, it gives you more options. You can put stuff where you want it. You don't have to, take precious minutes to move an engine so that you can get a squad out. You can put a tender where you want it. So I think this is worthwhile, but I just wanted to double check with you guys.
Is the scope of work on Nate's quote pretty much the same as Houston's?
Yeah.
Did the other invoice come to us, or?
That one didn't. I thought I sent it over to Kim, because I had this at the last meeting. I thought I sent it for the packet, but we did not. So I have it. I just sent it to Chris, and Kim will attach it to the packet going forward, but I was gonna read through it real quick for you guys.
Okay,
Sorry about that.
okay. I just want to make sure I wasn't missing something.
No. This proposal includes removal and disposal of the following: the trees and bushes, redstone, curb and gutter, sidewalk. Says removal of storm curb inlet frame and grate, rework the existing basin for a new flat lid with slotted grate. Excavation as needed to get to the desired grades. removal and disposal of excess material, supply and place stone as necessary for new elevations, and supply and place approximately 4 inches of asphalt. Doesn't include the permits, surveying, or landscaping. And it excludes if there's severe winter weather or street cleaning, dewatering, silt fence. So
And how much?
his price is 15,000
Even?
even, yeah.
And you had that at the last meeting,
Yeah.
so it's still good. Yeah.
His is expires 3/28/22, which is 4 days from now.
Next Monday.
And we're on Thursday instead of Monday night. Okay. Sounds
And you
like,
said that was
Schneider.
Snyder, that we accept Snyder's proposal for $15,000.
What fund are we gonna pay it out of? Are these, the paper we had here, are these accurate to
Yeah.
today?
Yeah.
So it would probably have to come out of the property repair fund. Because in April, I think each of us put in 20,000.
for the ESB.
Last page. Because we don't have, we only have 187 in there right now, right?
Right.
Because there's an April payment coming.
Yeah,
Okay,
that the village and the town make for that fund.
okay. Is that the annual amount or do we pay it quarterly?
So that's the total amount that we put in.
Okay.
Each put in 10? Or is it 20?
We used to put in 10,
Okay, now we put in
20.
28.
Yeah.
Because we upped it.
Yeah.
Because we kept using it all.
When, can we make him wait till May?
Yeah, I'm sure we could sign it and tell him, I'm sure he's got work piled up right now anyway. It's not,
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
Anyway, isn't he?
yeah.
And he's half at start, half on delivery.
Let's see if he says in his code how it goes.
I think I'm looking up too.
So you made a motion, right?
Yeah,
To pay out of the
It wasn't a second yet.
to pay it out of
ESB?
the ESP fund.
I'll second.
Motion and a second to approve Schneider's bid for removal of the
Hang on 1 second.
island.
This thing does say the numbers in this proposal were put together for budgetary purposes only. Once a final scope of work is determined, an updated bid will be provided. I asked him for an estimate, but he gave me a budget, so you might want to wait until we get an actual
Price,
estimate rather than a budget.
Okay.
Do you want to preliminarily approve it, like up to a certain amount?
We approved the concept of Snyder.
I mean, I'm assuming that the price would be, like, this would be a not to exceed right now at current rate, you know, like I'm guessing that he put it as a budgetary because his prices are probably gonna go up as fuel goes up and
Prices go up.
Right.
It looks like the Houston quote's good for 60 days after date of quote, which was March 15th. So that gives us, if we needed
We
to
could do it next meeting.
review it next meeting.
Call him right now. Tell me you want to bid now.
Texting him right now.
He's local.
It's not busy, it's 7.
He wasn't working today. It was raining.
Yeah. Do you want to leave your motion?
I don't know, what do we want to do? I mean, I can wait till next month. We can
Well-
table it or table it.
Do you just want, I mean, why not just leave it? And if it's different, then you come back. I mean,
All right,
So
So,
it's more than
more than
15,000 to come out of the building repair fund. It'll have to come back to us. So all those in favor of that motion signify by saying aye.
okay.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Next meeting date and agenda items. We're gonna meet next month.
Yeah.
And that would be April 25th.
Yep.
Yippers.
That's a Monday then?
Yeah,
Yep.
that's when it usually is.
Fourth Monday. And we'll have,
Well, hopefully
well,
we
we won't
won't
have
be on.
squad one on there. That'll be done.
We gotta wait till May because we gotta,
Well, I might be back. We might
we
have.
won't have money in that until,
Yeah, you guys will have to sign the document for it.
Yeah, and he's getting that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's almost
You can do that offline then?
that's.
You'll do that offline then?
April 1 or April 5th.
Yeah,
Okay.
This doesn't really matter.
so we'll have the
Probably won't do it for the 15th.
PAA next time, 1 A, B, and C, and 2 to work on. And we'll revisit the quote if we have to for the parking lot. Anything else?
Bottle filler? Did we approve the bottle filler or did we not?
We just did a budgetary, we gave you guys a price, but because it's pretty high, we think we're
Wait for next year.
coming off, yeah. We came off like 20 something, and we're gonna write another grant this year to try and get it still. So
AFG grant or?
probably the Leary Foundation for that one again.
Gary Sinise, does he have a foundation?
Yeah, he's the one that gave us 6 sets of gear about a year and a half ago.
Does he have
So,
annual grants at all?
yeah, we can look at applying for him again. I don't know what it's like, once you're rewarded, if they give you another one or not, but we can dig into it.
Yeah.
So,
Doesn't hurt, right?
yep.
Always ask.
How many, and then last question, how many heaters or air conditioners do we still have yet to replace in the building? We've only got one left?
Not there was
I
one.
think there's one that does EMS, because there was 2 out there, we replaced 1.
Okay.
South end, they're both new.
Are they?
They're both.
And you did the one upstairs by
We
the
did the
meeting
one
room.
We
upstairs.
did the big rooftop unit.
Yeah,
Did we do the rooftop air conditioning unit? There's like a condensing unit up on the roof. And then there's one on.
Yeah, I thought the furnaces were all squared away.
I thought we approved that because it was so much work just to take it out to replace it.
you had to have a crane.
Yeah.
Only reason I ask is I'm thinking about the ESB fund and it's getting to be air conditioning time. So I'm just trying to think.
You say that on a cold night.
Come on, cross your fingers.
That's how I roll. I was just trying to think for future agenda items if there's anything that might crop up. But
The one that's outside on the east side of the building hasn't been replaced. And the one on the roof. There's a rooftop unit and then there's a rooftop condensing unit. And I think that condensing unit's still original.
And isn't there one down in the basement in that little room for your storage?
Yeah, that's the one that I think has the unit on the east side of the building.
Okay. And the generator had its checkup. And everything was
I'm
fine.
surprised that thing is ticking along after all these years. Knock on wood.
Yeah, he just cursed us.
To service it.
What's that?
I just want to mess it
Yeah,
up.
there you go.
No idea what that would cost to replace.
If everything stays on schedule, the new engine will be here before the next meeting too. So
Oh, cool. We can see it.
You can see it. Yeah.
Did you guys do anything fun when you get a new one? You splash down or anything? No?
Sometimes we do a little parade when it comes into town, not like a single truck parade.
It doesn't happen all that often. It's just, this is kind of a crazy thing because
Did
it's
you
been.
know my Stoughton and Fitchburg fire engines were going down the road the other day? They didn't have their lights on, they
It
were
was,
just
the
trooping behind each other.
Cambridge.
Yeah,
That was
It must have been for the
they did
the
a,
funeral.
Mutant for the
Chief over
chief.
there, right?
they did a procession for the association.
Cambridge?
Assistant chief.
Was it?
Yeah, you were on the news.
Yeah.
I was on the.
Yeah.
Really?
They just caught like a really quick, like half second view.
Don't.
Because you were over there, like, okay, then it was somebody that looks a lot like you.
We didn't even
Yeah, you have
know
to be
about the
careful because
procession.
there's internal rules that happen when you're in the media.
Sure. He got all nervous too. He's like,
We just talked about it.
so wait, you guys didn't take a truck over there?
We didn't know that the procession was
Oh,
happening,
okay.
at least I didn't.
No, it didn't come out through the Dane County Chiefs.
We would have sent one if we.
Because it happened, because the night it happened, it was the other night and the brush truck drove down. And, because I was helping Melissa with something, so I left your house. And I thought it was you in the drive. I couldn't tell who it was, but
Was
Was it Tuesday night?
Tuesday night?
it's Tuesday night.
We had 3 calls in a row.
In the brush truck? Like, oh, okay.
So we had a structure fire first out in Pleasant Springs. Water heater. And then we had a water heater that smelled like it was burning in the village.
Yep, off of Starlight.
And then a power line arcing in Pleasant Springs.
Oh, okay.
Bam, bam,
Yeah.
bam.
One on-
Try to have better.
Okay, so I take it all back.
Why are you just chilling on Main Street watching for fire?
I literally just pulled up. It was crazy thing, because I pulled up to the stop sign, the brush truck went by, and then a cop car went the other way and pulled somebody over. And I was like, I don't want to be here right now. Not a good place to be right now.
It was down there going
Yeah,
south.
headed south, yeah.
Yes, we're
So
leaving
that
the
was
start.
right.
You're heading for
Yep.
Pleasant Springs.
Yep.
Lights and sirens weren't on. It was just.
Right, we turned them on as we got past the station,
Oh,
leaving
okay.
town.
That's only 25. That's
They finished the one in the village and they were just backing into the station when the one for the power line came in for Pleasant
Well, we were
Springs.
still rolling. So we were going past 1855, and then we got the page for that one.
Yeah.
Is there a motion
I
to
move we
adjourn?
adjourn.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Okay.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Wow, so all that needs to be on the next agenda. We just talked about.
We need to get Dave a clicker for how many times he sees the fire truck go by.
Yeah, right?
It's being used.
You cannot do the
Dispatch.
detectives, yeah.
I went home because I saw the brush truck drive by and I was like,
point like everybody else?
I need to. It's on my list, but
Post it on Facebook and somebody will tell you. So
Right.
I get it.